What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about a ridiculous leak that just popped up for future Modern Warfare 2 DLC. Some exciting news that you've been waiting for, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and let me know down below in the comment section, which game do you think will have gotten more content by the end of its life cycle? Modern Warfare 19, Cold War, or Modern Warfare 2? Right now, I'm still holding out hope that Modern Warfare 2 gets the most amount of content, considering how many modes are active right now in the game, aside from just multiplayer and Warzone. We have DMZ, Spec Ops, raids, but as we'll be talking about in today's video, things are looking real interesting for both the multiplayer and Warzone side of things in ways that you probably didn't expect. Definitely don't go anywhere. We also have timestamps down below if you want to skip around to certain topics that you so please. But as of yesterday, a security breach was reported on behind the scenes at Activision, in which a spreadsheet of release dates going as far as November 17th, 2023 has been posted online. So apparently the breach happened back in December, but just now are we seeing information about this breach, and Activision hasn't commented on it at time of recording this video. I also can't show the spreadsheets on screen for obvious reasons, but we'll still be talking about the information since the press has already written articles about what the spreadsheet said. So be very careful with how we actually show anything on screen. Obviously, I've said that many times before in previous videos. Can't show the images or else this video will be taken down. So on the first page of the spreadsheet, it does show Season 3 for Modern Warfare 2, which begins, according to the spreadsheet, March 15th, ending on May 15th. So keep in mind, this spreadsheet that was leaked back in December did not account for the 2-week delay that Season 2 has had. So whatever this spreadsheet says, push it back by about 2 weeks or more. Right now, the current Battle Pass timer does say Season 3 begins on April the 11th, with Season 2 Reloaded happening apparently on March 16th, according to the press. But Season 3, it says 2 new operators, 1 licensed one, which is probably a celebrity crossover, 3 new weapons, 3 core maps, 1 battle map, 4 gunfight maps, 1 Spec Ops mission, and Raid Episode 3, along with a Tier 1 event. I'm assuming a Tier 1 event probably is the equivalent of the Path of the Ronin event that's live in game right now with a couple of challenges. It also says 1 battle pass, Tier 1 event, and 70 bundles. But we then have Season 4, which does say May 16th to June 13th. Again, the dates are definitely off. It says 2 new operators, 1 licensed, 3 new weapons, again, 2 core maps, 2 battle maps, 4 gunfights, 1 Spec Ops mission, a raid episode, 1 small map, which we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. That's very important. That means something really specific that you guys probably didn't know. Also, Tier 1 event, 1 battle pass, and 70 bundles. Now, there's then a gap with the information where we can't see what's coming for Season 5, but then for Season 6, which we didn't even know was happening since it's been heavily implied there won't be a 6th season, just like Vanguard, and that the life cycle will end after Season 5, so that a new Call of Duty could come out in place of a Season 6. This spreadsheet says Season 6 would have been September 15th and November 8th, featuring 2 operators, 1 licensed, 3 new weapons, 2 core maps, 1 GW, which I believe stands for Ground War. Again, in the other sides of the spreadsheet, it does say that there were battle maps coming, which are obviously for both Ground War and Invasion, but this says 1 GW, so I'm assuming that means 1 Ground War. I don't know why it doesn't just say battle map again, but then it says the Haunting of Saba event, so there's a Halloween crossover right there, 1 battle pass, a Tier 1 event, and 70 bundles yet again. Now again, I want to remind you guys that this spreadsheet does not account for the 2-week delay that Season 2 ended up getting. So here's the thing, right? Since Season 2 got delayed by 2 weeks, and since Season 3 is not starting until April 11th, which is a little under a month from what this spreadsheet said, I wonder if because of that delay, even though the seasons right now are kind of lining up with how the seasons did release for Cold War, Modern Warfare 19, I think almost identical by like a day or something to Vanguard's, maybe it is being set up right now that we only get 5 seasons for Modern Warfare 2, but there was an original plan to do a 6th season. And maybe since the 2-week delay of Season 2, they decided, you know what, we're only going to do 5 seasons because they have heavily implied there's only 5 episodes of raids and a post-launch story that only progresses over the course of 5 seasons. Maybe the 6th season is just something a little minor and just for the haunting, but not necessarily a full-fledged season with a new battle pass. Who knows how that's going to work? That's still a big question mark as of right now, but here's some big takeaways, right? According to this spreadsheet, obviously we can't see what's going on for Season 5 and when that would have took place, but according to the spreadsheet, it already mentions 7 core multiplayer maps for 6v6, but if we include Season 5 in there and we assume that there's going to be 2 to 3 core maps for that season as well, then in total it looks like we'll get about 9 to 10 new 6v6 maps by the end of this game's life cycle, beginning from Season 3 until what could be a Season 6. Now Season 3 though, as it says in the spreadsheet, is supposed to get 3 new core maps, but because it just revealed revealed one as of a couple of days ago. They said that that map got pulled forward and is ready ahead of schedule. So instead of saving it for Season 3, they're going to drop it in Season 2 Reloaded. Now that probably means Season 3 is only going to get 2 new core maps. Hopefully neither of them are remasters. But when they mention battle maps, here's what I'm hoping for, right? The battle maps they put out for Ground War and Invasion are not from Almas, right? If they're going to be from Almas, just drop those in between major seasons as just filler content. But to market those as new maps during the start of a new season, I'm just not a fan of that. And it'd be a little silly to see Almas section still being added to Ground War in like Season 5 or something. Hopefully it's newer areas from like Ashika Island or Las Almas or some other area entirely from campaign. Hopefully that's what the battle maps are. And let me know, do you guys still play Ground War or Invasion though? And if so, is it just for sniping and camo grinding? Now the fact they mentioned licensed operators is also interesting. Obviously as of right now, there could still be a surprise licensed operator for Season 2 that comes out during Reloaded. I'd assume Vanguard did kind of set a precedent for doing a celebrity crossover every season, at least one operator or two. I think that's probably the plan moving forward, since every single season on this spreadsheet does say there is one licensed operator coming during each season of Modern Warfare 2's life cycle. So we'll see how that goes. But then when it comes to Tier 1 event, I'm not sure what that means, but it is likely the equivalent of the Path of the Ronin event that's live in game right now, which is good news for those out there that enjoy these seasonal challenges where you can go ahead and do 7 to 10 to get a bunch of free cosmetics, do them all to get one big final reward, whether it's a blueprint, whether it's a base weapon. Always a fan of that. But considering we're having licensed operators added each season, so like a celebrity crossover of some sort, it probably means that the event is probably tied to that licensed operator. So let's say, for example, like we got with the soccer event, you get an athlete as an operator bundle, and then there's like 6 to 10 challenges to do that are kind of themed around that character or that athlete, and then you can get like a blueprint or a skin or a base weapon that is also kind of related to whoever that celebrity is. But the best news out of this is that we are getting a Halloween event with Modern Warfare 2. Again, all these plans can be subject to change, right? All these things could have been set in stone in December, but after the new year, all these plans could have been scrapped, modified. Keep that in mind too. But I want to say, for a game as big as Modern Warfare 2, the name alone, Modern Warfare 2, and considering how the sales have looked for the game, it'd be weird to not see a haunting event. I mean, Vanguard didn't get one, but you guys know Vanguard is Vanguard. Modern Warfare 19 had a successful one. Cold War had an even better one in my opinion. I want to see more Halloween events or more holiday-themed crossovers, right? Vanguard had a big Christmas event, but that was it. I mean, Cold War did something for just about every single holiday, which is fantastic. Hope to see really cool holiday events again like we got with World War II 2017. Really cool seasonal challenges, bundles, in-game content, reskins to certain maps. I want to see more of that for sure. But also with this spreadsheet, it does say that Spec Ops is coming back, right? I made a video not too long ago saying that Spec Ops, or support for them, what I should say, looks like it got canceled. Not any mention whatsoever of Spec Ops in the recent Season 2 blog post. So we were all under the assumption that Spec Ops support has stopped. Obviously, raids are a part of Spec Ops, but I'm talking about those individual missions, whether they're 2 players or not. We only have a couple of those in Modern Warfare 2, so if anything, it just seemed like Spec Ops was just added there to justify a $70 price tag for Modern Warfare 2, and obviously raids are still coming for free with each new season, but we want to see more support for Spec Ops, and it looks like we're getting at least 1 mission added for the next couple of seasons, right? 1 for Season 3, 4, probably 5, and apparently 6. But notice how Season 4 mentions a small map, and right now we could assume that's probably a reference to another Resurgence map for Warzone 2.0, and then that map will likely also be playable for DMZ. Now what's funny is that we had this report from the Ghost of Hope, which he actually just retweeted as of yesterday, as a bit of a reminder that apparently Beanox and Toys for Bob are developing a Resurgence map for Warzone 2 that's coming out in mid-2023. Now this is separate from Ashika Island though, because obviously it's not mid-2023 yet, and Ashika Island was developed by High Moon Studios. High Moon Studios worked together with Beanox to make Fortune's Keep for, what was that, Vanguard Season 4? So it kind of makes sense. That's what High Moon's apparently been up to. It's Ashika Island, but what about Toys for Bob and Beanox? They've been working on something else, and that something else could be this extra Resurgence map that comes out at some point right before the summer. But then it also begs the question, right? What about the leaked Las Almas Battle Royale map, right? Points of Interest actually leaked out for that big experience. We have a picture of the TAC map for that big environment that was from campaign already. So with that in mind, when could that release? Well, since we can't see what's going on with Season 5 of Modern Warfare 2, maybe and just maybe the second to last or the last season of Modern Warfare 2 adds in Las Almas for Warzone 2. I hope that that's not an experience that's being saved for COD 2023's life cycle, right? Sledgehammer's next project, because if that is the case, that would mean that for this Project Jupiter or this expansion to Modern Warfare 2, we'd end up seeing Las Almas added to Warzone 2, which we kind of already have right now in the form of campaign, a bit of ground war, a couple of MP maps take place in Las Almas. We wouldn't want to see the same environment 2 games in a row, because that would probably also mean we end up getting ground war or multiplayer multiplayer maps for COD 2023 that are also pulled from Los Alamos. Let's not do that. Let's do that during Modern Warfare 2's life cycle, not the next COD. Now, something big to take away from all of this is obviously what I already mentioned earlier, that the dates on this spreadsheet are incorrect because it doesn't take into account that Season 2 got delayed by 2 weeks, but the content for each season could still be correct. Still take it with a grain of salt, but maybe there was a plan at one point to do a 6th season, like we saw from Modern Warfare 19, even Cold War, but after New Year's, plans might have changed when Activision decided, hey, you know what? The next game that we release isn't going to be just some big expansion of Modern Warfare 2, it'll be a separate individual COD that still takes place in the Modern Warfare universe, but it will be marketed as a new premium Call of Duty by Sledgehammer Games. Maybe when that plan changed, they said, you know what, guys? Let's do this. Let's take all the content that's planned right now until Season 6, and let's just pack that into 5 seasons instead, which might give us the interpretation that there's more content coming out in 5 seasons instead of doing 6. Maybe they'll do that, and instead of a Season 6, they'll just do like a haunting event kind of leading into Sledgehammer's new premium game, which again is rumored to come out on November the 10th, which coincidentally lines up with the spreadsheet quite a bit, right? Maybe that date is also off now, but if there was a Season 6 of Modern Warfare 2, that lines up perfectly with that season ending right as the new Call of Duty comes out, which might even start with a Season 1 straight out the get-go. Now, it still has us thinking, right? If the post-launch season of Modern Warfare 2 is only going to be stretched across 5 seasons and 5 raid episodes, what story-related content would come out in Season 6? I guess nothing if there was a 6th season? I mean, hey, I welcome the idea of a 6th season. This game deserves it. This game needs more content, but if they just end up doing 5 and they just pack all the leaked Season 6 content you see on the spreadsheet into the next couple seasons instead, then I guess that's fine. Let's see what happens with that, but I have a separate video coming out in the next couple days talking about the other leaks from this spreadsheet regarding Project Jupiter, which is Sledgehammer's new COD, and even something called Project Cerberus, which is Treyarch's new Black Ops game. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on this ridiculous new leak from this data breach talking about all upcoming Modern Warfare 2 DLC? How are you feeling about the exciting news that we're getting some more 66 maps and even a new small Resurgence map? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.